Hi, Robin. So, here are your shots. I'm wondering, first off, my first question is why are these not full-size shots? I should have one image per page, not two images per page. And the quality of the images looks good enough where there's no reason for you to be squishing two images onto one page. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And then these are not meter use shots. These are just pictures of settings on your meter. And then also, where are your exposure settings? It looks like people just really freaked out on this, and a lot of people just didn't really follow instructions. So anyways, what we're looking for here is a shot kind of showing your subject's vocation, an environmental portrait, a long shot showing like the location of your subject's vocation, and then a still life. And so what we have here, all of these are either shots showing us your subject's vocation or environmental portraits. These are both vocational shots, you know, they're showing us the vocation. And then maybe this one where his face is, where he's actually facing us, this could be a portrait. You know, it's sort of entering portrait realm just because we're getting a more intimate look at his face with the detail, and the light, you know, is giving us some visual emphasis on him. But the rest of them are showing us what his job is. You know, he's fixing stuff and painting stuff, and that's it. That's what we've got. So what we're wanting is a long shot, you know, showing us where he works, you know, probably like his shop, you know, where he keeps all of his tools or something like that, and then a still life, maybe of like, you know, his tools, you know, or something, and then, you know, a portrait that's perhaps a little bit more intimate, you know, and giving us a better sense of what he's doing, a portrait that's not easily confused with just a vocational shot. And then out of your 3 vocational shots, I don't know, you just have to choose which one you feel is the most effective. This is probably the most dynamic, you know, it's probably the most interesting. So that's it. So you know, to effectively do this shot, you would have needed to spend a lot more time with your subject and go different places with them. There's a lot of like massive underexposures here too. So that's what I don't know. This isn't really like, this was a few hours of shooting, but you really needed to spend some time with them. That's why you had an entire week to do one imaging assignment. So that would be my advice, is really, so you're looking for advice on how to do better on this type of assignment. And so this assignment was a photo story. So the advice is, look at your images and have other people look at your images and try to tell yourself objectively, do I know what's going on here? Do I get the story? And ask other people without giving them any background information. Ask them if they get the story. Because that's what we're looking for, is we're looking for comprehension through visual clues. And right now we've got 4 shots that are basically have the same narrative value. A guy fixing stuff. We don't have a long shot. We don't get where he works. We don't have a sense of the location or the area. We don't know what kind of tools he uses. We don't know anything. And then the lighting isn't really doing anything in a way that's controlled, so it's not telling us anything about his character. This is very generic right now. So we would have wanted you to harness light as a tool to talk about his character. We would have wanted more detailed information about his work. And like right now, you as the photographer are like physically and emotionally and intellectually standing far away from your subject, and you're not really getting in there, and you're not taking us in there with you. Does that make sense? And then, you know, that aside, as far as the requirements the assignment goes, you're basically missing a still life, you're missing a long shot, and I would argue that you're also missing a portrait, because this isn't very portrait-y. I'm going to call it one, but it's not really, but I'm going to go ahead and call it one. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, thanks, Robin.